correct, from deep down in the barricades of Del Paso Heights. And we have a special guest tonight. His name is Brian Hernandez, and he's going to play us a song.
Hey, everybody. I wake up in the morning, love. The sunlight hits my eyes. It's something without warning, love. It was heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, 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 a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, someone else instead of me that seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, 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 lovely day. Just want to get you, and the world's alright with me. Say, just want to get you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, 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 a lovely day, yeah. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Oh, and the day that lies ahead of me, say, seems impossible to face. All that stands in front of me, oh, never seems to know the way. And then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Say, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, 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 lovely day.
Yes. Thank you, Brian.
Right.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you.
Yes. That was Brian Hernandez. Thank you. Okay. So we have a special guest tonight. He is known as Coach Ruben, but I like to call him Dr. Ruben. I met him at a conference that he was doing. I'm getting feedback. Okay, I met him at a conference he was doing, and he was talking about diabetes and dementia, and talking about how we need to change our diet. He's an expert at changing. He's an expert at so many things, but especially diets. And anyway, I'm going to get to his bio, and let's bring him on, actually. Okay. All right. Yes, we're good.
We're good.
All right. Dr. Ruben, or Coach Ruben, I like to call him Dr. Coach Ruben Guzman is the author of Evolving Health and Living Proof of What It Takes to Lose Weight, Eat Healthy, and Stay Fit. Ruben possesses over 30 years of experience in the health field, attended 3 years at UC Davis School of Medicine, master's degree in public health from UCLA, specializing in behavioral health sciences, health promotion, and is board certified lifestyle medicine professional from the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. Having gone through his own health challenge and then losing 50 pounds in 1995, Coach Ruben provides a living demonstration of what it takes to enjoy life filled with energy, vitality, productivity. He has kept the weight off for more than 23 years and has taught hundreds to do the same. Thank you. Welcome, Coach Ruben.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. Yes. Great.
If you would like to elaborate on who you are in the world, I'm sure you can explain it better than I.
Well, I mean, the simplicity of who I am is that I am passionately committed to eliminating chronic disease from the face of the planet, empowering every single person to live a thriving, healthy, and happy life. And I'm passionately committed to that. And as a board certified lifestyle medicine professional, I conduct seminars in the community. I do immersion programs. I do all kinds of things. And I work with physicians and their patients as well. So it's a wonderful opportunity that I have. It's an honor that I have. When I finished my master's in public health, I had a choice to go back to medical school or not. And I realized that I was passionate about promoting health, and I was no longer committed to treating disease. So I made a bold decision to not go back to medical school because I wanted to promote health. So I started studying lifestyle medicine on my own. And 30 years later, in 2018, I found my tribe and became board certified in lifestyle medicine, which is the newest branch of the American Medical Association. And it's an evidence-based approach to prevent, reverse, and treat chronic disease. So you can call me your doctor of health. Okay?
Yes, my doctor of health. Like that. Okay.
Yes.
Personal doctor of health.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to get into it. The theme of our topic is going to be self-kindness. Taking care of your mind and body in the midst of self-isolation and a public health crisis.
Yes.
My first question is, how are you and your family practicing self-care, self-health? Yeah, that's it.
A really great question. I mean, I have 4 boys.
Yeah.
By the way, so I'm a single father. I have 4 boys, and 33, soon to be 29, 21, and 19-year-olds. And so health is a very important topic in my household. So we're very committed. We're passionate about health, and it's really, really important. So they've gone to my seminars all their lives. so they're very well educated. And it's very important to recognize how we take care of our health. I mean, the thing that I remember telling my boys for years and years and years is the quote from Aristotle, who said, "A man who has his health has 1,000 wishes. A man who does not has but only one." And I think that's so true. And Virgil said that the greatest wealth that we can have is our health. And it makes sense. It makes sense. It really does make a lot of sense. So we've always prioritized health. It's really important to take care of ourselves, to take care of our bodies. And because that's the vessel that we have. If we don't take care of this, nobody else will. And counting on the healthcare system to do that job is not reliable. So it's very important to take care of ourselves. All my boys have been athletes. I've been an athlete all my life, and except when I was in a deep, dark hole after I ruptured my Achilles tendon. The doctor told me I would never play basketball again. So I got depressed and I put on the weight because I ate all the junk food. And I did that for 4.5 years. So I didn't take care of myself. I didn't love myself. So I it's true what they say. You can't appreciate the light until you've been in the darkness, right?
Yes.
So I was in a dark hole. And that's when I realized how valuable my health is. And I started to make the changes, and I started to change my lifestyle completely. And that's what I've been teaching people ever since. So in my family, lifestyle is a critical factor. So we all eat really healthy. So I can talk more about that later if you want. But the thing is, food is really important. Drinking water is very, very important. So we drink plenty of water, and no coffee, no alcohol, no junk, okay, no sugar. So we make sure we have that. No meat, no dairy, no eggs, no processed foods. So it's all whole foods. It's really healthy food. And then we get our sleep, and we say positive things in our mindset. We treat each other with kindness. This is really important. I mean, the words of the tongue should have 3 gatekeepers, right? Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? So we need to be mindful of how we speak to each other, and especially to ourselves. I mean, most human beings are merciless with themselves. And they're so horrible at and self-deprecating, and that there's no room for that. We need to be kind to ourselves. We're all children of God. We're all beautiful creations in this universe, and we need to be able to be mindful of that. So it's really, really important that we practice being kind and take care of ourselves and love ourselves. And so exercise is also very, very important, being able to do that consistently. And the key is consistency. I mean, better to do something poorly but consistently than to not do it at all.
You're preaching to the choir.
So it works really well. So that's what we do. We practice doing that in our family. My youngest son is a swimmer on the UC Santa Cruz swim team. Of course, he's home now because the campus got closed with the shutdown. And so he's doing well. He's taking care of himself. So he's out, he's doing running, he's doing his cross training, he's doing all those things very, very well. My second youngest son, he's on the search and rescue team for the Santa Cruz Fire Department, for the ocean rescue team, and he's also training. He's also going to be a lifeguard for the 3rd summer in a row. So, but he takes care of himself. He's always taking care of himself. So he's eating really mindfully. He trains his body. So he's got all this stuff at home that he needs to work out. And then son number 2, he was a wonderful wrestler. And he takes care of himself. I mean, he's always in shape. He watches what he eats. He's very mindful. He works as a civil engineer. He's working from home, but he's taking care of himself. And then my eldest, he also takes care of himself well. I mean, and he's got his wonderful little companion, Lola. So Lola is a rescue dog. And so he takes Lola with him on walks every day. So he's doing that all the time. So it's really quite wonderful. And so we all take care of ourselves. They learned that from me, and this is something that I do. I'm very, very constant and consistent with that. So even if I'm isolated, I still do those things. I still do my power walks. I still do my workouts. That's very, very important.
Yes. Wow. That's amazing. So I want to ask personally and for the audience, in these self-quarantine times, how can we prioritize health? How can we prioritize mental well-being. Do you have any suggestions? Do you, it's, stress is really high right now, and you've been doing this for a long time, so I know you have a couple of things in your belt that you could suggest to us.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I one of the people that has always inspired me ever since I've been very young. I think I was 10 years old when I read the book Profiles in Courage, and it was written by John F. Kennedy when he was president. And it's a beautiful book. It really is. It's wonderful. I recommend anybody read it. It's a just tremendous book. And one of the things that President Kennedy had in the Oval Office up on the wall was this basically this information that in the word that the word in the language Chinese, the word crisis is comprised of two word symbols. The first is danger, but the second is opportunity. It's an interesting way to look at things. So yes, there is a danger. Yes, there is a risk. We have to be realistic. We have to be rational. We have to be, objective. There is a risk. There's no two ways about it. With what we're dealing with right now in the world, yeah, there is definitely a risk, but there's also an opportunity, and we need to be mindful of that opportunity. And I think one of the wonderful things about being in this situation of isolation, think about all the times that when we've said to ourselves, God, I just need a break. If I just have a break, I just need some time to take care of me. I need a vacation. Think of all those times you said that. And now you have that time. So we have an opportunity to go within. And if we view it that way, it becomes very powerful. We can use this time as a time of reflection, a time to retreat, a time to grow and to learn. It's a wonderful opportunity. It really is. We're all in the same boat. We can complain about it all we want, but it really won't make any difference. We have to be realistic and look at the risk, and we have to exercise caution. Yes, we need to wash our hands. I just did a webinar yesterday, right? So you need to wash your hands frequently. Okay, so wash your hands frequently, keep them clean. And if you go out, you want to make sure that you cover your face. So you can do that with a bandana. You don't need an N95 mask. If you have those, donate those to the healthcare professionals. They need them because they're doing procedures. And then keep your distance with people. So those are the cautions to deal with the danger, but the opportunity is about being able to really grow for ourselves and to learn. That keeps us mentally well. So turn off the news. Like really, turn it off. You don't need to watch the news. I mean, here's one of the things I learned a long time ago. It was Norman Cousins who told me that when he wrote the book, The Anatomy of an Illness, and he spoke at UCLA all those years ago. And when he was reversing his terminal illness, he turned off the news and he didn't read any newspapers. And he watched nothing but positive information and comedies that made him laugh. And that's what we need to do right now. So I recommend to people, turn off the news, number one. Absolutely, turn it off. You know, follow the guidelines. Okay, we all know them. They're simple. They're really, really simple. Stay home. Okay, stay home. Keep your hands clean. All right, and you'll be fine. Okay, so really, that's all you got to do. And then I think the important thing is to grow and to learn. Really open yourself up. Because when we're learning and growing, then we stay in the mindset, and we also promote the parasympathetic nervous system of our body. When we do that, our bodies heal. Our immune system is stronger. So the moment we complain, the moment we worry, the moment we're anxious, the moment we're projecting our past into our future and getting all worked up, we're weakening our immune system immediately. It happens in an instant. So the real important thing to do is to keep our immune system strong by staying in a positive state. So mind your words, really positive words. All right, no complaining. Complain about nothing. In fact, we're all going to be in lockdown for the month of April here in California. So here's my challenge to all of you. No complaining about anything for the entire month of April. The entire month. If you complain, now, by the way, your objective is to get the 30 days in a row. If you complain on day 29, you start over. Now, if it takes you the rest of your life to get to 30, it will be a life well lived.
Okay.
Okay. And be grateful. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful. Count your blessings every single day. Really, you have so many blessings. Really, every single one of us. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes. Thank you. So basically, you're saying our thoughts kind of regulates our bodies. You're looking at the comments?
Oh, I'm looking at the comments. Yeah.
If you have any questions, you can put in the comments for Coach Ruben.
Give me some. Not a problem.
Yeah. So, all right. So, you was talking about what we visually see, what we think. What about we put in our body foods?
Good one.
Okay. What about you mean favorite one?
So a lot of people, it's really interesting because I talk about the central nervous system and how to really control your body, and that it impacts the immune system. So right now, yes, go ahead.
I also want you to touch on, like, there's a lot of people that are food insecure.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have a lot of money to do things. I don't know if you have any suggestions to put on that as well, of how they can get healthy food on a budget.
Very good. Yeah, happy to address that. So it turns out that eating healthy is actually cheaper. Shocking, isn't it? Shocking. News at 11. Okay, so it is actually cheaper to eat healthy. It is absolutely. So I want to dispel the myth. A lot of people say, well, I don't have enough money to eat healthy because it's too much money to eat healthy. Wrong. Okay, it's completely wrong. But you just need to know how to do it. Okay, so there is, by the way, so here's what we show. In the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, we support, based on the evidence, based on the research, we support a whole food, not processed food. So whole food, not processed. Plant-based, not animal-based. So plant-based food, so whole food, plant-based diet. It's the only one we've ever seen in the research that reverses our number one killer, which is heart disease, 99.4% effective. No other diet does that. Okay, that is healthy. Okay, a whole food, plant-based diet. And it's the only one that changes the genetics in our body to strengthen our immune system, to strengthen our telomeres completely. Helps you to lose weight if you have excess weight. Now, here's how you do it. Okay, you focus on whole grains. You buy them in bulk. Okay, you buy them in bulk. Whole grains. You buy legumes, beans, peas, lentils. You buy them in bulk. You cook them yourself in a pot. Yes, the old-fashioned way. Okay, and all it takes is water and a pot. That's all you need. Okay, and then you get whole grains and legumes. You get brown rice, you get barley, you get quinoa, you get amaranth, you get any of those grains. There's lots of grains. All right, you get beans, peas, lentils. You get black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, red beans, black beans. I don't care what any kind of beans. There's over 2,000 varieties. Knock yourself out. Okay. All right. And then you get potatoes. Okay. You get starchy vegetables. You get potatoes. You can live on potatoes. Okay. You can live on potatoes. I do. Okay.
So wait, I was told the potatoes are really healthy.
Potatoes are healthy. They are very healthy.
Do they have nutrients? What kind of nutrients do potatoes have?
Okay, here's the deal we have to do. We have to get rid of the focus on the nutrients. Forget it.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's really simple. They have everything you need, period. That's it. I want to release all the myths. I've studied nutrition for 40 years. Okay. I know all the nutrients. You don't need to know them.
Okay. All right.
You don't need to know them. Okay. It's ridiculous. The animals don't know all the nutrients, but they still eat the right foods. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. Yes.
Yeah, it is. We don't need to know all the nutrients. We just need to eat the right foods. Yeah. Okay. Now, those three foods right there, those are cheapest. And you can live on all of those, by the way. You can live on whole grains and legumes and potatoes. You can live on those, all right, completely. Now, all the other vegetables you can get, now you can do them, depending on where you go, it gets a little bit more expensive, but they're good, all right? So greens, vegetables, fruit, okay, all the colored vegetables, all of those, they're wonderful. Okay, carrots, potatoes, radishes, onions, etc. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So the thing is, everything that grows. Now, if you've got a garden, even better. You can grow this stuff. In a community garden, you can grow this stuff too. All right, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. But the thing is, now there is a book you can get. It's called Eat Vegan for $4 a day. $4 a day, and the book's not very expensive. Okay, I think it's only like $10. Okay, so that's a budget that most people can live with, is $4 a day. I mean, you go to McDonald's, Burger King, or Carl's Jr., you're going to spend $4 for one little thing, like easy. So you want to think about being able to make your budget, and you can eat very, very healthy for a limited budget. Very, very, very much so. So I hope that answers the question. So those are the most important things.
I have two more questions.
Okay, good. Go for it.
So
I'm here to serve all of you.
I guess I'll start with, so why vegan food?
Why?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Vegan food and not meats. Why?
Not meat? Why not animal foods? Okay, so
why not fish? What about fish?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So here's what we show in the research. Okay, I want you to know the research, so that I'm going to share it. So everything that I talk about is completely evidence-based. So we have well over 15,000 research studies in our database with the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. So I want to share with you just the summary of the research. So what we show clearly, number one, is that all animal foods, fish, beef, poultry, chicken, all animal foods, eggs, all of it, okay, increases inflammation. All of it increases inflammation. And right now, when we're dealing with the coronavirus, all right, the last thing you want to do is weaken your immune system by increasing inflammation. It's the last thing you want to be doing. Okay?
What does increasing your inflammation means? Like I assume a lot of diseases come with having inflammation in your body. Okay.
Yeah, all diseases come with inflammation. So here's the thing. So all chronic diseases, so heart disease, cancer, diabetes, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, the list goes on. All of those come with inflammation. Now, here's what we know in the research, that eating meat actually contributes to the inflammation that fosters those chronic diseases. It fosters that. In addition, for instance, here's one thing you need to know. All processed meats have been labeled by the World Health Organization in 2015, 5 years ago. They did extensive research. Their best researchers reviewed over 800 research studies and classified all processed meats as a class 1 carcinogen. Class 1 carcinogen, same as plutonium, asbestos, and cigarettes.
Wow. So what are processed meats, like hamburgers?
Hamburgers, salami, pepperoni, hot dogs, bacon, ham.
All the things I crave, doctor. Especially when I'm...
Well, here's the thing. We have been conditioned. Look, I grew up with eating those foods. Okay, I did. Okay, I did. I grew up with that. I mean, in my family, that's what we had. We didn't have a lot of it, but that's what we had. All right. Now, there was a time when I could polish off a 24-inch pepperoni pizza by myself. Okay. I won't ever touch that again, ever, ever, ever. The thing is, knowledge is not power. It's the application of knowledge that gives us power. So I want to share with you the information. You get to choose. You get to choose. All right. So here's the deal. I mean, we're all adults here. So you get to choose. I'm just going to share with you the information. Here's what I say in my seminars. We all get to choose how we live. And by default, we all get to choose how we die. Most of us never think of that. Now, I did autopsies before I went to medical school for 1.5 years. I can tell you, and most of the people I did autopsies on died from complications of chronic disease. I can tell you, dying from a chronic disease is not a pretty proposition. Not one bit. But a lot of people take their health for granted, and they take their nutrition for granted, and they eat the foods that they like. If it smells good, tastes good, and looks good, and they've been eating it all their life, they eat those foods because they've been conditioned to do that without thinking, without doing the research, and without reading about it, and without the education. So what happens is that we end up subconsciously creating our own demise. The food that we eat is either going to feed disease or it's going to fight it. That's all there is to it. So we get to choose.
Wow.
So I don't eat fish.
Okay.
I don't eat eggs. I don't eat meat. No dairy. No, none of that. I don't eat any of that. No refined sugar. I don't eat all the processed foods. No, I just eat whole grains, a lot of them, legumes, a lot of them, vegetables, a lot of them, and a lot of fruit. And I'm perfectly healthy. In fact, on my biometric scale, so I'll tell you this right now, and it's not to brag, it's just to share with you the results of doing this for 25 years, over 25 years. My chronological age is 62, but according to the measures, based on my weight, my BMI, my percentage body fat, my percent muscle, my resting metabolism, and my visceral fat, my physical age is 30.
Wow.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Now, I don't know about you, but I like feeling younger.
Yes, I do too.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to feel older. I mean, I have friends that are my age, and I take one look at them and I go, oh my God.
Mm.
They look like death warmed over.
Yeah.
They look like they're ready to die.
Yeah.
I'm not. I got too much living to do. I love dancing. I love playing tennis. I ride my bike. I love working out. I play basketball. I play in the men's league, okay? At 62. Like, how crazy is that?
That's amazing.
Let me look at some of the questions here. Okay.
Yeah, wait, no. I said I may go off court. Oh, somebody has a question?
No coconut sugars. All refined sugars are man-made, so they all cause inflammation. So somebody asked about coconut sugar. So yeah,
I didn't have coconut sugar. Okay, so no.
All sugars are refined. They're all refined substances. They're all man-made. Yeah.
So we're in a time where, like fat shaming. Have you heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We're in a time where people are being proud of their bodies. You know, if their body's a little bit heavier, then they own that. If they want to indulge in junk food, then they own that too. like, how do you navigate your work without making people feel shameful for who they are, especially in these times? There's a lot of different body positivity movements going on.
Mm-hmm.
And, the world has evolved. So I'm wondering how has your work evolved to kind of speak to some of these body positivity things. How can you speak to those folks?
Very good question. Well, first of all, I was 55 pounds heavier. I had high blood sugar, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. So the thing is, I was a mess. So I've been there, and I had knees hurting, back hurting. Body, everything was hurting. Nothing was working right. So I have a personal experience and understanding how that is. I'm in no way going to criticize anyone or shame somebody for being in that state, whatever the state is for them. So really what we have to practice, and what I practice, is practicing love. Now, love, powerful love, is not emotional, it's not romantic. What I'm talking about is powerful love, fundamentally accepting myself and other human beings completely the way they are. No judgment, no expectation, no obligation, no, complete acceptance, 100% complete unconditional acceptance. And the only way we can give this kind of love to another human being is to first love ourselves.
Yes.
You can't give away what you don't already have.
Sure.
So I have come to do a lot of work on me over the years to really learn to love myself and appreciate who I am. There is no such thing as perfection. No such thing. And a lot of people get so caught up in perfection that they do ridiculous things and amazing things to their body, quite frankly, trying to strive and attach. They're attached to this image of perfection. And there's no such thing. There's no such thing. It's just being, happiness comes from within. It's not external. It's a choice that we make to be happy. And so it's really easy for me in my work to really guide people and empower people to love themselves and to be happy. And that's really at the crux of what I do in my work, is really empowering people to love themselves and to choose happiness for their lives, no matter what their body looks like.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think that's a good way to end our conversation.
Yeah. Sure.
And I wanted to ask, at the end of every conversation, I ask about one word. One word that you've been picking up from the universe, one word that you're picking up right now. And you can expound on the word, say what that word means to you. Well,
I think I touched on the word already, which is love. Yeah. That is my word. Now, here's what I'm noticing is this. Consider this, that all there is, this is one of the things I've learned from a long time ago. I have many wonderful teachers. I'm very, very blessed in my life. So all there is fear or love. All there is in the universe is fear or love. That's all there is. Now, the thing about it is that if you look, everything in the universe is created from love. And what we experience here on this planet is either an expression of love or a call for love. It's one of the two. So we have a choice in how we actually look at ourselves, look at each other, and look at the world. And what's important in my mind is that we really practice loving ourselves and loving each other and loving the world in which we live. It's really important that we practice that. We have gotten to this place right now in terms of this pandemic and being isolated because we have not been practicing love in this world. This whole virus got started because if you look at the history of viruses that started 10,000 years ago in early times when we started domesticating animals, that led to the development of measles and whooping cough and influenza. And then eventually the diseases of civilization led to chronic diseases because we ate the animals all the time. So that led to diabetes and heart disease and cancer and all kinds of things. And now what's happened since about 1975 on, since then, we have the diseases of intensification. We've combined the two, and we're putting these animals in such close quarters because of animal agriculture, and they end up becoming this breeding ground for mutations of the viruses that have led to AIDS, or led to MERS, led to SARS, led to all kinds of things, and led to COVID-19. So our acts of violence out of fear towards animals have led to these viruses that are causing widespread death to human beings. And so we have to get a grip on what we're doing in the planet to ourselves and to each other and to the animals. And we have to love. We have to love ourselves. We must love ourselves because you can't give it away any other way. We have to accept ourselves just the way we are. We have to love each other. We're all one. We have to love all the animals. We need to start to love all the animals and allow them to live the way that they deserve to live and not change the way they live for our benefit. And we need to love this planet, and we need to take care of it, and we need to practice love. That's my word for the day.
Thank you. Thank you for the love.
You're welcome.
Yes. So how can people get in contact with you? I know you have the website, coachruben.com.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. CoachRuben.com. I've got webinars that I'm doing. So for the whole month of April, I'll be conducting my entire series of free seminars as webinars. So register. I'm going to get the registration links up very soon here. I'm getting caught up. I decided this just the other day. I said, okay, I'm going to do my whole series. So I've got 17 webinars that I'm going to do in the month of April, and they'll all be recorded and they'll all be available on demand as well. So that's really exciting. I'm very, very excited about this. So check them out. I've got lots of topics, wonderful topics. I just did beating COVID-19 in the next pandemic. Tomorrow I am doing the 5 secrets to living a thriving, healthy, happy life. On Tuesday, I'm doing stress management 101. Check in on that. And then Wednesday, I'm doing increasing life expectancy. So there are all kinds of wonderful topics, great information, absolutely free to all of you. I do lots of things. So that's just a good way to plug in and see what I'm doing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Coach Ruben. This
My
is
pleasure.
great. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the love.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing with us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
See
All
you
right.
again.
Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to serve the people that you serve. So thank you for allowing me to do this. I appreciate that.
Thank you. That was Coach Ruben. Okay, he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. Come on, Coach. Come on, Coach. And next up we have my good girlfriend.
Hey, girl, hey.
Miss Kyla Irving. And we're going to talk about finding calm while being immune compromised and raising a family, holistic practices that can help relieve self-isolation and anxiety. Kyla, I'm sorry, she's always correcting me. Kyla was born in the Philippines, raised in California. Kyla has been a lifelong advocate for diversity, inclusion, and health equity. As a 2-time kidney transplant recipient, Kyla acknowledges that her life is nothing short of a miracle. She's received a kidney from her father and mother, which have allowed her to become a mother in 2017. Kyla has served as an advocate for multiple marginalized communities, specifically disabled people of color, for over 20 years. Welcome, Kyla.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hello, Miss Ebony. I'm so excited to be here. My goal is to be the Gail to her Oprah eventually.
Come on, Gail.
Let's do this. Because actually, I heard that Gail is actually the extrovert and Oprah is the introvert. I was like, oh, everyone thinks Oprah's an extrovert, but
Right,
I guess I'm in the Gail category.
I'm an introvert. See,
Oprah Gail right here. And we're both islanders. I got the Philippines. You got Jamaica. It makes for
it's a match. It's a match made.
Although, wow, I just have to say, Coach Guzman was really good. Yeah. I got a lot of I took notes. I was taking a lot of I got a lot of kernels of wisdom there. So unlike Coach Guzman, I'm not like an author or a guru of, chronic illness and how to manage. What I could share is what I'm doing. And, I'm working through this just like anyone else, I put on makeup today just for y'all because it puts me in a different mode. I read somewhere that if makeup is part of your, confidence and that's what you need to start your day, do it. For me, I have a toddler and chasing him around and checking the things off the list that I have to get to do it's not always feasible to do my makeup. But, if mascara gives you confidence just to go about your day. I know for me, a lot of my work is on webinars and being on my, video phone. So I may be investing in better lighting and, and more makeup. I don't know. I guess it's one of those things that's your routine's got to change, working from home has been something else.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So regarding me, my kidney transplant saved my life, obviously. And so thanks to my mom's kidney that's in me right now, I can function like any person. However, for my immune system to keep my kidney, because my mom's kidney, although it's very close to me genetically, your body will attack a foreign organ of any sort. So I have to take medicines that purposely weaken my immune system. And so because of that, since Friday the 13th last month, I have stayed home. I've taken little walks around my house, but since then, we're going on my 4th week staying home. And as an extrovert, this is yeah.
I'm in heaven. Yeah.
You're in heaven, and I'm like, yeah.
They said self-isolation. I said, that's my Tuesday. That's my Wednesday. That's my Thursday. That's my Friday. That's my, that's my whole week.
I'm all for the and on the 7th day she rested, but we're going on day. What is this now? I don't even know. We're going into week 4.
Yeah.
I can't. So I've been doing virtual happy hours, luckily I have almost a daily call with my relatives. So I have my mom, stepdad, and sisters. My sisters are primarily in Sacramento, but my mom is in the Philippines. So we connect via video chat on Facebook because my little nephew and son, they want to see my parents want to see their grandkids. So we do kind of a lot of a virtual stuff already, but now it's because I don't have brunch with my girlfriends on the weekends, we got to do it virtually. And for me, that's really been helpful for keeping it somewhat normal in the face of abnormal.
True. So that's in alignment with my next question. How are you coping with the whole family thing and your stress about being immune compromised and cleaning things and just all the stressors that's coming with family, dealing with being immune compromised, dealing with your own mental health. I mean, anxiety. I think we all have a little bit of anxiety. How are you coping? Like the real.
Yeah, I think Coach Guzman, he hit the nail on the head. Like he said, stop following the news. I know I was yelling at my TV a lot, trying to follow our president, unfortunately, for,
She disappeared. She reappeared.
Okay, I won't say anything about
I think we're all
So basically, I'm not going to say anything about TV or the news or who I follow anymore because I guess Big Brother's watching.
Yeah, don't talk about the news.
No, okay. So I'll talk about keeping your different channels, like who you follow on social media. I try to keep it positive as possible. I know Rev Kev at Unity of Sacramento always is doing something funny or uplifting. Reverend Georgia at Center for Spiritual Awareness is starting to do her sermons and services online, and they're doing daily meditations. I'm not always able to get on them, but when I have, they've been great. I just watch my news feed. I know it's so easy to get caught up in like the jokes and things on social media. And if that's what uplifts you, that's good. I know for me, I have to balance it out. Like I'm a social justice warrior just like you, and I need to know what's going on in our community. And sometimes being upset about what's going on moves us to action, right? So I have a crafty sister who makes masks, and for her, putting that energy because she's not working into something where she can give back, I'm sure is helpful. And I think that's a great place to start. Is like if you look at just yourself, you could easily spiral down, right? So for me, I have a little one, his little smile, it makes me smile. It's my reason to smile. It's my reason to remember to, when I think about how I put his plate together and how much like protein, veggies, all that stuff, I don't think about that for myself. But then when I'm putting it on his plate, it's like, oh yeah, I should also eat veggies. I should also make sure I'm being conscientious of the nutrients in my body. Again, previous speaker, wow, he was on point about all of that. I'm not ready to go all the way plant-based. We'll be doing some meatless Mondays maybe, and like Lent is happening. But yes.
Same.
I'm like, let's be accountability buddies here. Let's try it. I'm like ready to try it, but
he's off of it, Yeah.
Filipino food is very pork-based and chicken-based and fish.
Food, oxtail.
Yes. Oxtail is on the pot right now in our house. And it's just, I know. And I know I need to make sure I'm lengthening my life. I'm on this side of 40 now. So I'm considering whatever can elongate my life and youth and vitality, right? So all of those options are on the table.
So we're going to wrap up because we have one last musical guest. Give us three things that can help us take our focus off of self-isolation and about personal health, self-kindness. What do you do for self-kindness?
I think about, I can't help it. I'm a mom, right? And I have a little one, and he's just the sunshine of my life. And, I just think about being the kind of person he could be proud of and being so thankful because I wasn't there was no possibility for him to even be in my life before. You know, I was just lucky that I was able to stay healthy and find the right doctors to get me to the point where I could even have a child. So I think about just those blessings, you know, those little blessings that I have a roof over my head, and that I have an amazing partner, and that we do take turns to let each other have some self-care time. And I know, you know, it's taxing to have a child and to think about, you know, am I providing them with substantive educational stuff rather than just TV? And sometimes, yes, it is just TV time, but I'm thankful that we get to snuggle and watch TV, because when I had to go back to work after my son was like 4 months, I remember being like, I just want to be home and snuggling him. So I feel like this is all a delayed wish. Like, I'd have more time to organize my garage if I could just have some more weekends at home. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what this time is supposed to be, right? Is that time to go within and reflect. So sorry, you asked for three things. Back to the big. Gratitude journals, just that kind of stuff. Try to do some non-digital stuff for yourself. Like right now I picked up my old ukulele and I just started strumming and playing again. So non-digital enjoyment. And then the third one is taking advantage of the stillness and the quiet and the like introspective time. I'm hearing a lot of smarter than me people say that, so I'm going to steal that. Is you take this time for your going within, and like, for me, I have to tell myself this is not forever, and that we will be out there again doing what we do. And so maybe this is the time to plan so that we can get our ducks in a row. And like, when I am back out there in the world, I'll have it all at least figured out more than I would have if I was juggling a little bit more.
Awesome. I got my 3: gratitude, non-digital, and taking in.
Uh-oh. We just lost her. She said taking advantage of introspective time. All right. Here she comes. I guess this is me practicing to be the Gale, right?
All right. So I got my 3.
Okay.
What's going on? You know, the government is we just trying to be happy. Come on. Let us.
Right.
So anyway, last thing. What's one word? One word that you're getting from the universe. One word that's helping you cope with things.
For me, it's grace. Just grace. Giving yourself some grace. Giving like the whole world a little grace that, you know, like, it's not going to look the way we want it to look. And we just have to give ourselves some grace for that.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Get in contact with you if they want some advice, if they need a sister.
Yes.
Some mothering advice. If they want to just connect.
Most likely I'll be asking these other mothers for advice. I feel like I'm still trying to figure it all out. Like, people like Coach Guzman are just the kind of people I'm craving and I'm gravitating towards. Anita Ross as well. But Discovering Mabuhay is my Instagram kind of, if you want something to follow that's uplifting, or like it gives you tips on some mental health care and self-care hacks, as they call them. It's Discover Mabuhay, which is Mabuhay on Instagram. And it's also Discovering Mabuhay on Facebook. And a lot of times I'm pushing out what Ebony's sharing because she shares amazing things. So if you like Ebony's stuff, hopefully you'll like mine too.
They will. Kyla, thank you. It's been a treat. Hopefully we have a lot more treats together, because
yes,
I think we would be a dynamic duo.
Yes. Servant shoulder. Yes.
All right. So thank you. We're gonna bring on Brother Man over here. And we're gonna do this like this.
All right, we ready?
I think we're ready. Wrong formation. There we go.
Okay, ladies,
right,
let's get in formation.
Let's get in formation. Okay.
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you stay in my heart. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was empty, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. Oh, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. Ooh. And I know this must be heaven. How could so much love be inside of you? Ooh. You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah. That's why you'll always be around. Oh, you are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. Oh, you are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart.
I love it.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Hernandez. Thank you, Kyla, Irving. This has been a special treat. Sending you all love. Hey, come on, put our love singles up. Can you
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.